Well, welcome back to the channel, you all. Today it's a beautiful day here in Ohio. I think the high is supposed to be like 70, and it's July 1st today, so unseasonably cool weather. So and it's supposed to be just only a little bit warmer tomorrow. But what I'm going to go ahead and do, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to Lennon's over here being a goofy. So I'm headed back to Battelle, Darby. So I'm going to go on the backpacking trail. I wanted to go and do the other loop on the trail and check out and see what that's all about. I'm going to be staying over the night just by myself this time. I'm going to stay at a campsite 2. And I hear there's something really cool close to campsite 2 that I want to check out as well. So I'm going to get on the road and I'm going to bring you guys along.
Half a mile. Turn left.
Thanks, Master Chief. Man, it cannot be overstated what an absolutely beautiful day it is out here today. My temperature gauge right now is reading 70 degrees, or 72 degrees on the car. So, I mean, and it's breezy, some sporadic clouds here and there. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm real excited that I chose today to actually book the camping site, because it doesn't get any better than this. So I'm excited. But we're on the road now, and we are headed to Battelle, Darby. Well, we're here. So now from here I just call the ranger and they will come on out and check me in. I think I mentioned it before, so it doesn't cost anything to camp here or hike here, but you do have to check in with the ranger. So there's a little bit of jumping through hoops to kind of before you can do this. Got to book online. When you get here, check in with the park ranger, and then you're on your way. So see you in a minute. All right, well, got the car locked up and I'm on my way. So I talked to the ranger, and they actually said that I'm allowed to park here on the trailhead, so I don't have to drive all the way back down there and then march on the road for a half mile to get back to this trailhead. So I do have to walk on the road for a little bit. That's where the opening to the where the trail where campsite 2 is at. But I'm on my way, just in case there's no wood there, because I'm not really sure if they're going to put wood there or not. I brought myself a Duralog. So yeah, I'm real excited. It's beautiful out here. It is absolutely beautiful day. Perfect day to get outside. Yep, this is the scene of the death of my shoe. You saw that in the last episode. So that's not happening this time. Got myself some new trail runners, and I'm good to go. All right, and there we go. All right, always look both ways, kids. I just kicked out a deer. Weird. It's afternoon right now, about 1 o'clock. The deer are usually not up and around at this hour, but I saw a deer, so getting into a little bit of wildlife. That deer, I was trying to get the GoPro to film it, but that deer didn't want anything to do with me, so it scurried off before I could get the camera on. But, so we're on the trail though. That was not meant for tall people. Oh man, more hills on this hike. Onward. Finally out of the trees and stuff. Oh, yeah. All right. Campsite 2. Well, I built up a sweat now. Man, those trees are so many low-hanging things. They're trying to take my head off. But I'm here, so I'm just gonna find a nice level spot. So I think I see a good spot right over there. We'll be in the shade and it'll be level. So see you in a minute. All right, voila, my one-man river country tent. And they're great. You just, this one man, you only need one trekker pole and you're good to go. All right. All right. Well, there we go. Camp's all set up. It took me about, I don't know, 15 minutes. Not so bad. Not so bad for an old guy. All right. Well, we've got camp all set up and good to go. Let's go explore. I heard there's something super cool around here. I'm gonna go check and see if I can find it. So let's go for a walkabout. Trail there. Let's see, it's a little look-see. Oh, sweet. All right. Well, those are my neighbors for the night. Man, I can't even read that headstone anymore. Gosh, I guess the others have fallen over. Maybe there's another headstone over here. They're old. There's writings like completely worn away on them. Neat. I'll have to Google it and see which family it was that this plot here belongs to. Yeah, all the headstones are all toppled over. There's another one here. I can't read it. Cool. A graveyard. I'm camped right next to a graveyard. Huh? Okay, so as far as that little cemetery goes, I think this is the right one. This is some write-up that the Ohio Exploration Society did back in 2007. Apparently it's called the Lily Dyer Cemetery. So it's a heavily wooded area. It's poor condition. Yep. It's checking all the boxes. So apparently before the Metro Parks acquired this area, the cemetery, or that little graveyard plot there, had been heavily vandalized already. So the earliest interred there was Jane Dyer, who she died on November 18th, 1826. And then the last burial there was Jane Stone, and she died in 1876. So yeah, it was all abandoned in the early 1900s. All right. So there's about 11 burials in there. All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's pretty interesting. So it's a bummer that it people feel the need to go in there and vandalize graves. So don't be that guy. All right. Well, I'm glad I brought my little Duralog. They don't have any. They don't drop off wood here like they do at Scioto Grove. So there is a lot of dead stuff on the ground and stuff that I can get a hold of in the trees. So I'm gonna get some firewood. I need at least a little bit. I'm gonna be cooking, doing some campfire cooking tonight. So I just need a little bit of wood just to cook my food, because you can't cook your food on that Duralog. But yeah, let's get some wood. All right, That should be enough. All right, got our wood all organized here. So, highly recommend one of these Japanese Nata hatchets. They're compact and they're great for stripping down wood. So yeah, I'm just kind of relaxing, enjoying the view, the breeze. And there's my trash can right there. Beautiful campsite, really pretty campsite. So I'm just reading my Ohio backpacking loops book, and it's great. There's like 16 backpacking trails in here. That's really how I found Battelle, Darby. It's how I found Scioto Grove. And there's a whole bunch more in there that I plan on hitting up. So you know, hopefully maybe next week or the week after, sometime soon. The next one I think I want to hit up is Zaleski. So that's another backpacking loop there, where you can you hike in and camp out. So I'm excited to try that one as well. These are all new places for me. You know, I mean, I've been to Battelle, Darby, but everywhere I go, you know, these are all new places for me. I haven't been to any of these spots in Ohio. You know, most of my hiking and camping and all that was all done in Arizona. So I know a lot of great spots in Arizona, but nothing here in Ohio. So this book is fantastic. You can just grab it on Amazon. But yeah, it's called Ohio Backpacking Loops. That's by Jim Rahtz, R-A-H-T-Z. I'll put a link in the description below. Obviously, I'm not sponsored or anything by them, but it is a great book. And Jim does a really good job just spelling out, you know, the pros and cons of every single one of these trails that he's been on. So I'll put a link to the description below. You can just find it on Amazon. It's a nice thing about this picnic table not being tethered to the ground is as the sun kind of moves, I can keep switching it, shifting it over and moving it into the shade. So I don't know, it's about 5:30 now. I'm just kind of relaxing, enjoying the quiet, reading my book. So it's really nice. I miss the kids, but I guess it is nice to kind of be out here just by myself, you know. Get out here, clear your head, get some fresh air. So, but I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the quiet, but I do miss those little hooligans. So I was sitting here reading my book, and I guess I wasn't moving very much or something. But out in that field there, a big old doe came marching out. As soon as I moved to grab the GoPro, she wasn't having it, so she she saw me and she ran off. But that's pretty cool. I wasn't paying any attention. I was just like reading through the book, and then I look up and I see this head staring at me, you know. So it's pretty cool. It's nice being out here in nature. So I've got some really friendly clouds right now that are covering up the sun, and it's like the weather's absolutely beautiful. I'm just enjoying myself, just kind of burning time, and I'll probably start the fire here in just a little bit and get dinner going. Well, all right, the sun's not down all the way yet. It's still right around in there, but I'm gonna get the fire going. It's almost 7:30, and it's probably another couple hours from the sun being down all the way. So I'm actually gonna get the fire going, and then let it burn down so I can get some good coals, and then I'm gonna cook dinner. So we're having steak and potato tonight. To start fires, I use these little zip fire things here. I don't know what they're made out of, but they're really great. You just light the little bag on, you just light the wrapper, toss it in there, and these things are hard to put out. Even if you pulled it out and tried to stomp it out, the thing would still be on fire, and so they're really great for starting fires. I highly recommend just tossing a couple in your bag, whether you're backpacking or you're going camping or whatever. You can find them on Amazon. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but when I find something that's a neat or useful product, I'll tell you about it. But yeah, these little zip lighter, these little zip flame, whatever they're called. But anyways, I'm gonna get the fire going, and then I'll see you in a little bit when we start cooking. All right, got a healthy blaze going. So that's all pretty small wood. There's no real big logs in there or anything, so it'll probably burn down fairly quickly. And then from there, I'll cook dinner, and then I'll just kind of keep tossing those other little logs on. As soon as dinner's cooked, I'll toss my Duralog on there and just kind of deal with that. So, but hopefully the smoke will kind of keep not really getting any mosquito action yet, but hopefully the fire and the smoke and all that will kind of keep the little boogers away. So see you soon. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a black walnut. This is like this green husk that's over the top of it. We have one of these trees in our backyard. I don't really usually get to see them very much like this. Oh yeah, okay. So they're definitely black walnuts. I don't usually get to see them in this form because by the time I ever do get to see them, the squirrels have really gone to town on them. So, interesting. And there's a lot more squirrels out here, so I don't know why these enterprising squirrels haven't found this black walnut yet. This is a big tree. But this is the only one I've seen so far, so I guess they are kind of getting after it. They are a little early for them to fall, but usually they fall right around the time that all the leaves and everything else fall. So, but yeah, usually the squirrels make an absolute mess out of them. I gotta rake them all up before I mow the lawn and do all that. So, but yeah, black walnut tree. It's a big guy. All right, well, it's got a little smoky. I'm not entirely opposed to smoke because it kind of runs off the bugs, but I threw a little bit more wood on there just to get myself a decent coal bed. So as soon as this wood burns very, very fast. I mean, that whole pile there isn't gonna last very long, and I'll probably not use it all. That's kind of why I brought the Duralog. I'm gonna use just some of this to cook on, and then just to kind of hang out by the fire or whatever when the sun goes down and it chills up a little bit. Then I'll throw my Duralog on and I'll just kind of go with that. But yeah, so this is going pretty good. Those will burn, those little logs there will probably be burned down, and I'll have a nice bed of coals here to cook on in 45 minutes, an hour, I guess we'll see. But yep, dinner tonight is ribeye and some potato. I pre-cooked the potato and did all that jazz with it. All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this whole dealie, toss it on the fire and let it heat up. The steak, it's a thin cut, so you know there's not a lot of forgiveness with the thin cuts. I usually, man, if you go in there and you go to a butcher, like, get a thick cut. Even if it's kind of smaller, get a thick cut. A thick cut of steak is way more forgiving than a little skinny cut like that is. But I don't know, I'm confident I can get it done. So most of the time I like my stuff super rare anyway, so it's usually just or at least medium rare, but we'll see. So see you soon. All right, I'm gonna toss my little, well, there's the sizzle. Well, we're getting smoked meat tonight, folks. That's doing all right. All right, there you go. Ooh. I don't even think this thing's gonna fit on my plate. All right. I need to adjust some of this stuff. Well, yeah. I can't get the smoke under control, so you know what? I'll take a smoked steak. Just I'll take any kind of steak actually at this point. I'm pretty hungry. I think I had I ate one of my kids' pancakes this morning, and then like a piece of bacon, and I haven't eaten anything since. So that is smelling fantastic right now, and I'm gonna eat it, you know, and I don't care if it's a little bit smoky or whatever. Be grateful for God's bounty. So see you soon. Ah, I forgot to shut you off again. What am I gonna do with all this food, you ask? I'm going to do my best. I'm sitting here watching a beautiful sunset. It is a little bright at the moment, but I got steak, I got potatoes, you know, I gotta have a beautiful sunset right now. Got a little fire going. I miss my kids. I wish I was listening to them running around like wild animals, but you know what? I'm gonna take this blessing for what it is. God in heaven, creator of everything, thank you for providing this meal for me, and I bless the hands that prepared it, and for everything going on in the world, your will be done. Amen. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start eating, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh man, I am full. Whew. It's always the potatoes that put you over the edge, you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna clean up here. I can't eat all these. I can't eat any more of these potatoes. I made like 2, it might have been 3 red potatoes. Obviously my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I can't eat all those potatoes, so I'll dump them in the fire. Hopefully they'll kind of burn up a little bit, discourage any raccoons from coming around. And but yeah, the fire's doing okay. It's still a little smoky, and I'm probably just gonna call it a night here in a second with the wood, and then just throw my my Duralog on there, and then I'll just kind of hang out. The sun's almost down, and it's beautiful out right now. Still a nice little breeze. Now everything's kind of shady. As soon as the sun dips below those trees, yeah, I'll kind of clean up around the campsite, make sure there's nothing to attract any critters, and then yeah, just gonna hang out and watch the fire for a bit. All right, there we go. Duralog is on the fire. Got a beautiful sunset going on here. As soon as it gets a little bit more into those trees, I'll try to get a shot of it. Right now it's just it's through some sparse trees, so it's literally the sun in your face. But I've got the Duralog on the fireplace, in the pit, and I'm just gonna sit here and kind of laze around. It's supposed to be pretty cloudless tonight, so I might even set the GoPro up for a time lapse. Maybe we can catch some stars. So I guess we'll see. So it's really beautiful evening. It's actually almost 9 o'clock, and you know, it's still pretty bright out here. But you know, whatever, I'm kind of a night owl anyway, so I'm just gonna hang out by the fire. I'll read my book a little bit more, and then I'll say goodnight before I go to bed. That's a beautiful sunset. Got enough twigs in the morning to get a fire going. On my tent, got the outdoors, got a nice little fire, the Duralog burning. I'm just kind of relaxing and hanging out, so it's a pretty evening. You start to hear the night creatures and stuff coming out. So there was a couple of really big hawks that were flying overhead earlier, but they had flown away by the time I got the GoPro going. So but I saw the one deer earlier in that field right there in front of us. So it was a doe. She came out right around there. I was reading my book, so she didn't really pick up any movement from me, I guess. And then I spotted her in my peripheral, and was trying to get the GoPro going, and so I could get it up and you know, look at her and film it, but she spotted me moving and she ran off. She didn't want anything to do with me. So, but it's just a lovely night. It's a really beautiful night tonight. I think it's supposed to get down into the 50s, mid 50s, so it should be pretty comfortable. So, but I don't know. It's where I kind of, today it's kind of where I feel like I belong. So I miss my babies. I wish I had one of or both of them here, but tonight it's just me. So just me and me and Mother Nature and the God of all things. So all right, the sun's finally down. It's really hard to see, but at sunset it's really very, very lovely. So, quiet night, too quiet. Got my Duralog burning, throwing some sticks on there here and there. Man, I grabbed a hold of this thorn bramble tree thing, and man, I lit myself up with some thorns. But yeah, I'm just kind of lazing around here, listening to the sounds of the night starting. So it's real pretty. It's real pretty. You can hear all these little birds chirping and stuff. Good morning. Well, that's probably the best night's sleep I've ever had in a tent before. Not just saying that because I didn't have my kids here to you know, keep me awake all night long. No, it was really nice. I wasn't too hot. I wasn't too cold. I think it got down to about 55 or something last night, but no, I feel great. So I woke up around 3 a.m. because I had to, you know, had a nature call, but outside of that, it's really, really comfortable last night. So I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm gonna get a little fire going here, and I think I'll make myself some oatmeal. So see you in a bit. Easy peasy. Let me get some hot water going here. You know, I will say, these picnic tables at these metro parks, they are worth their weight in gold. It is such a pain when you have to cook and do all that on the ground, because when you're backpacking in, you can't really you can't bring in a table. It's not even very convenient to bring in chairs. So being able to have one of these picnic tables here, this is great. So that's good. That's good. All right, well, I'm all coffeeed and oatmealed up. I've got my camp down. Oh, pack out your trash, kids. Campfire's out. So it's about 8:30, and yeah, short hike back to the trailhead, and head home from there. So we'll look at the trailhead again as we're hiking out. So, but campsite 2, my review, A+. You know, this is a great little spot. You know, bringing your kids here would be ideal, because I mean, there's all this open area here, and as a parent, like, you kind of want to, like, you know, when you're out in the woods, you kind of want to keep an eye on your kids and know where they are. So there's lots of open area. They don't give you any wood, but there's plenty of deadfall around everywhere. There's a big old tree. As of July 2nd, at least, there's a lot of dead wood right over there. You probably would need something to hack at it with, though. But it's a great campsite. It was I slept wonderfully last night. Deer come out in this field. I think a raccoon or something came sniffing around my tent in the middle of the night. But this is a great little spot here. I'll definitely be back here, and I'll bring the kids with me next time. So I think they'd have a lot of fun. So, yeah, I definitely recommend Campsite too. Another nice thing about this is you're only about a half a mile, well, maybe about 3/4 of a mile from the picnic area where you park your car. So, and there's bathrooms there. So if you get in a pinch, or one of your kids doesn't want to go in the woods or something, you can definitely just take the short hike back and do the business there. So, but this is a great little campsite. I really like it. All right, well, we're on our way. Yeah, I know I say it every single time, but it's so nice when you're leaving and you don't have all the water on your back. Oh man, it's so nice. So, sun's starting to kind of peek through. Giant spider web lying in wait for me. All right, sorry spider, I can't see where the beginning and the end of this spider web is. You see a little buddy right in there? Sorry, bro. Gotta take down your little house. You can get back to building it later. It's the downside to leaving in the middle of the night. So yeah, back that way. That's where that little mini graveyard is. Oh good heavens, there's another big spider web. I almost ran right into this guy. All right, I gotta get a stick. Yeah, man, being the first one on these trails in the morning, it's a little hairy with the spider webs. So I've got my Web Buster 2000 here, so should get us through here. You always miss one. You always end up eating at least one spider web though. These ones have spiders in them though, so I don't mind spiders, but I don't want them on me. All right, just always follow the yellow blazes. If there's not a yellow blaze, oh, there was just a couple of deer ran by. If there's not a yellow blaze, there'll be a big yellow sign right there. Come on down here, maybe we'll spot those deer. Right down there. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you saw that. Another one over there somewhere. I have to scurry off. Alright. Alright, well, we got another bridge. If I didn't know any better, I'd say we were coming in circles, going in circles. I decided to do the whole loop hiking out. So instead of a half-mile hike back to the car, it's about 3 miles. I didn't take into account all the spider webs, so I'm kind of regretting my decision right now. Me and my wisdom, I've eaten about 1 million spider webs. There was a spider on my hat not long ago. Oh, whatever, it's a beautiful hike. I just wish some other hikers had gone on before me and cleared out the spider webs. A little raccoon went in there. There's a deer out there. Must be pretty young because it was pretty much hidden in this grass, but when it was running, you'd see its little white-tailed butt jump up out of the grass and move off. But I've seen a lot of deer this morning. A lot of them around. Alright, well, back into the woods, I guess. Still got my... This is where all the spider webs are. right, we're back on the trail, headed towards the, oh wow, that's a big, how do these, oh my goodness, spider webs. I thought it was safe on this nicely wide path, but you're not. Spiders somehow managing to span the entire path here. So, but anyways, we are back to the trail that gets us to the car, or to the road. So it's a nice hike. It's really, really pretty. There's little bridges all over the place. Oh man, oh, the spider was, oh my gosh, oh, dang it, he was on the camera. Oh, spider. All right, no, it's a really pretty hike, but as you just see, the spider webs, they really are the bane of my existence. So, but we're on our way back here. Oh man, I just ran into another one. All right, whatever, I gotta put this down. There's a deer running around in the creek. Oh, there's Darby. Yeah, there's a deer. It's back in there somewhere. I was hoping to run across the path, but a bunch of, I don't know, those are sunflowers or something. Big tall plants. All right, and there's our exit to the road. It's a nice little hike. So yeah, I'd gauge it's about, I don't know, 3.5, 4 miles if you do the whole big loop there. There was a spot where I missed one of the yellow blazes, and I went down a service road for probably about a half mile until I was like, this is probably not right. So I backtracked and found the blazes and found my way. But yeah, nothing ever goes according to plan, at least not when you're with me. All right, so back to the picnic area, 3711 Gardner. You'll remember from the last time when, there's the sun in your face, last time when Lennon and I came, this is the trailhead for campsites 3 and 4 right here. So if you're gonna plan on staying in one of those, this is where you go. If you're staying in one or two, or campsite 1 or 2, they're back on Gardner Road, and the trailhead's there on the road. So but these are great little campsites, great little park. So as far as our videos go, this is the 3rd one we've made here at Battelle, Darby. The first video was with Lennon and I. We did a little day hike and went to the nature center and played on the playground and did all that. Second one was Lennon and I. We hiked to campsite 4 and stayed the night there. And yeah, third time around, it's just myself, but I had fun. So this is it's a great little great park. Whether you're just spending the day here, having a picnic here, just doing a little day hike, or whether you're going to camp out overnight, this is a great little metro park. Good to get that off my back. Oh man. Well, you all, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for coming along with us on these little discovery adventures. Whether they be something that you find boring or something you find cool, I help you. I appreciate you watching either way. So until next time, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button so you get notifications. I don't really have a set schedule on when I release videos or anything, but make sure you hit the subscribe, make sure you hit that notification button, and make sure you hit the like button as well. So until next time, you all.